I've heard of paddle boarding, and I've seen it a lot before. I've tried it a few times, but I've never heard of paddle surfing. So that's pretty interesting. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Because paddle boarding already for me was a little challenging, but paddle surfing is going to be interesting because the waves are going to be in there and you're going to be standing up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
To prepare for his paddling around the world, KYLOREN needs to paddle more on the waves. And what better place to practice than the waves of Malibu? And perhaps, with a new apprentice.
This week, and I was looking for some side gigs, some side projects on Craigslist to see, and I found this ad that said, you know, there's gonna be some paddle surfing, but at the bottom I saw something that it said like from a former Sith, so I wasn't sure about that, so I contacted him, and yeah. I finally met him at the parking lot of the beach, and everything was cool, but when I went up to his car, he was wearing like a costume and a mask, so it was kind of weird to me. Hey, are you Seplo?
Yes, why?
I brought the camera that you asked for. Why are you wearing a helmet? Are you a cosplayer or something? Why are you wearing a helmet? So you want me to start filming you with this camera?
No, you will be using this.
After that, I just started following him and filming him. We were there at Point Dune, Malibu. Seriously, dude, lose the helmet. It's not going to be convenient for you once it gets wet on the water.
I am not my grandfather.
As someone from another galaxy, KYLO seems to know what outfit to wear, and still follows the pandemic mask mandate.
And it was kind of strange because there's not a lot of people like wearing masks or anything. There's full-on families there. There's people still out and about, so that was kind of interesting to me.
Eager to test his paddling skills, this former galactic knight heads to the waves. Unfortunately, the wave today is not suitable for paddle surfing.
So he couldn't get in, and getting on the water and timing with the waves, and it was kind of hard because the waves are much bigger than what we thought they were going to be, and they were really frequent. There was not a lot of time in between each wave, so basically at the end, I mean, I guess he chickened out because it was really rough, so it was not a good condition for paddle boarding. Yeah, it was really rough out there. I even tried it myself, but yeah, it was really bad conditions, so we couldn't get out there today. So yeah, we're just gonna basically come back tomorrow and try it again.
Yeah, for paddleboarding today, the conditions are pretty challenging. There's a lot of wind, and it's probably a good day to just come back when it's more calm.
So today we went back to Point Doom, and the conditions were a lot better. There's not a lot of waves, so Seth was able to get on the water, and it was pretty good. So it was really good conditions for paddleboarding, and he met other paddlers that were out there because a lot of people are paddling out here, and I got a couple good shots of them doing that too, so it was a good. This area is really nice. Like, I used to come here a lot. There's like a section to climb, a rock climbing wall over there. There's even a spot to hike, and if you go to the top, you can see like the sea lions at the bottom. And in the distance even, you can see dolphins jumping once in a while. I mean, this is a nice beach, and that's pretty cool, so yeah. However, Malibu Surfers Beach here, completely better than Point Doom. This beach is really suitable for paddle surfing versus paddle boarding, but yeah.
After a few hours of paddling in the middle of the sea, Kylo felt he needs to paddle more on the waves. Point Doom has short waves, so moving on a different location to find suitable waves is the best option.
We basically just decided to drive down PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, and see what else we can find. We came across this area and we saw a bunch of cars parked on the side of the street with like surfboards on top of their cars. Yeah, so we got out of the car, we came down to the beach, and basically this was a good area. The beach, the waves are very suitable for beginners. There's a lot of beginner surfers here, and I think it's going to be really good for paddle surfing as well.
Surfrider Beach is a favorite surfing spot for beginners like myself. The shallow curve of it creates longer waves.
Our local surfer consider this beach as perhaps too unique for such a location.
This beach is a personal favorite of mine because of how close this lagoon is. This lagoon is actually a bird sanctuary, and you can often view it from the waves. It is actually quite interesting that this is a bird sanctuary because there are so many pollutants in the actual water. Because we're so close to the beach, people tend to just want to throw their trash everywhere. For obvious reasons, trash is a danger to wildlife. They can get stuck in it, ingest it, or other dangerous things. I even saw a surfer get stuck in some plastic down by the rocky shore. Also, people tend to disturb the birds by chasing them or feeding them. Birds thrive more if they're left to their own devices in their natural habitat. Also, I noticed you guys are using a drone. You actually shouldn't fly the drone low or over the lagoon because birds get disturbed by the sound of the propellers humming. In addition, larger birds sometimes attack the drone and get injured by the flying machine.
After delivering her intense but important message, our resident surfer is excited to talk more about tactual surfing.
I spotted something really strange while surfing today. Someone actually brought a helmet. I thought this was really funny because people typically don't bring armor to surf. He's definitely from another galaxy.
So we got out of the car, we came down to the beach, and basically this was a good area. The beach, the waves are very suitable for beginners. There's a lot of beginner surfers here, and I think it's going to be really good for paddle surfing as well.
after a good warm-up in the open ocean. It's time for paddle surfing. And this time, Seplo chose to wear his full gear.
One thing that I noticed about Sep today was that, unlike yesterday where he was wearing his mask, but today he was wearing his full helmet. And I also noticed there was some sort of like guard or hilt on his paddle. I guess he maybe did like some sort of modifications, probably some sort of Sith thing or something, I don't know.
Realizing that his board is not suitable for this type of waves, Seplo decided that it's time to switch to a new board.
I saw something a little strange while surfing today. I actually saw someone with a whole helmet on. I thought this was really funny because people typically don't bring armor to surf. He's definitely from another galaxy. He seemed like a beginner as well. I think someone may have misled him on what equipment to bring. Usually, people use paddle boards made from epoxy or fiberglass. But this guy had an inflatable board, so I was like, good luck to him. Forget the board, there's no logical reason to wear a heavy helmet in the water. I noticed him struggle for what seemed like a really long time, but eventually he actually got the hang of it and was catching some pretty nice waves.
Even though he's catching some waves, Seplo realized that his inflatable one is not suitable for this. He decided to switch to an actual surfboard.
I honestly didn't really try to have a verbal conversation with the guy because he seemed really quiet and shy, but we did catch a wave together, and when I was riding on the waves with him, I felt the power of the force. He didn't seem friendly, but one of the waves we were on, we were actually close enough that he reached out for a high five.
After a couple of hours, paddling and surfing on the waves, and getting the hang of it, except Loren seems ready for his paddling adventures around the world.
Hi, my name is Amira. I'm an avid surfer, ornithologist, and singer. I'm actually producing some music, so check that out soon.
My name is Kelvin. I'm a cinematographer. I'm a videographer as well. I work for a production company too. We do a lot of YouTube stuff. We have a channel there. Projects that we're working on. We basically just do interviews and surveys, and it's kind of like a comedic thing, but it's really fun.
I enjoy surfing at this beach and watching birds in this lagoon, so I often participate in beach cleanups. They happen about monthly at this location and many other beaches in Southern California. It's awesome that I can do my part to keep this place safe and clean. For the surfers and for the birds.
Just the people here are pretty interesting. We got some people over there smoking weed. We got a guy playing the guitar and singing. And we got the squirrels here. We got, but I'm surprised though, because there's not a lot of social distancing. And we got families, and we also got, have a pier here. There's a cafe at the end of the pier, so that's a cool thing.
I had so much fun today. The weather was nice, the sky is clearing up, the water's warm, and I saw a lot of cool birds. And how often do you see someone from a galaxy far, far away surfing?
My experience overall was really positive. I got to paddleboard and I tried a little paddle surfing. And yeah, Seth was actually turned out, at first he was a kind of feisty person, you know, but he turned out to be a really cool guy. Like, he even let me paddle surf for a long time actually, so that was pretty cool. I liked today, it was cool.
Sorry, it's super cold.
But, slower, so,
The wind makes it really cold on my whole body. Eat both saltwater and freshwater fish. Do the sorry. I'm so cold.
Finally met him at the parking lot right next to the beach, and everything's cool, but when I came up to the car, it's actually a pretty nice area. What else is this to say?
Action.
What am I saying here? So today we came back. So today we came back to Point Mount. So today we came back to Point Doom.